Hi guys, I wanted to make this little video in front of this cute tree here. I wanted to talk a little bit about the differences between the DNRS program and doing more of the TMS kind of technique. So they have a lot in common, I think. Well, the main thing they have in common is they're both working on the nervous system, calming the nervous system and rewiring the brain. And people are getting well with both systems. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I did the DNRS program for 6 months, and I still continue to use a lot of the tools and the teachings of DNRS in my journey now. But I've also brought in some of the mind-body stuff, the TMS type stuff, which is somewhat different than DNRS. So the things that I've noticed are the biggest differences between the two. With DNRS, they didn't really go into emotional stuff, like especially past emotional, past maybe childhood issues, things like that. They didn't really address going backwards into those emotions, maybe things that have been repressed or suppressed, and that wasn't really a part of the DNRS program. I'm not saying they never talked about emotions, because they did talk about, having previous traumas and, the perfect storm and all that. But even in some of my coaching, I felt like the past wasn't really addressed, as far as like if some of your emotional things from the past could be affecting your physical health now, or the limbic impairment. So that was something that I noticed with DNRS versus the TMS. TMS, I think, focuses primarily on emotion, which they teach that everything, all of our symptoms, sensations, if it's not an acute illness or an acute injury, then it's a mind-body symptom, that it's coming from a stressed out nervous system, and we need to literally look for emotion in all of our symptoms and sensations if they're not acute. So another difference with the DNRS, there's a lot about elevating the mood, working on elevating the mood through visualizations, through doing enjoyable things throughout the day, laughing, trying to keep our mood elevated, because I know that's a big part of, changing the neural pathways. So mood elevation is a huge part of DNRS. With the TMS teaching, as far as I've seen so far, there's not much conversation about elevating the mood. It's more about just dealing with emotions and figuring out what emotions are causing the sensations, but there's really nothing about elevating the mood. So for me personally, because I am implementing other things and I didn't really stick with DNRS fully, for me, the lack of emphasis on emotion was something that I didn't like with DNRS. And that was one of the reasons I brought in the TMS coaching, because I felt like, for me personally, I need to deal with emotional things, because I'm sure that I have a lot of repressed emotion from my childhood, and I suppress a lot now. So that's kind of why I've moved more in that direction at this point, to work more with the TMS program. So I know that some people get great results, and they get them quickly with DNRS only. And then there are people that also fully heal with TMS only. For me, it would be nice if it was just one of them, But for me, on my journey, I'm needing to kind of combine the two. And I'm sure there's probably other ways that people heal as well. So we have to keep in mind that we're all different. We all have a different history, a different makeup. We're just very different people. And so we need to do what's best for us. And for me, it's more of needing a combination. I do know that doing more of the TMS stuff now, I've been lacking a little bit in doing the mood elevation, and I know I need to make sure I'm doing more of that because I've definitely seen a decline in my mood. I haven't really been working on elevating the mood like I used to, and that does make a huge difference. So I think we just have to be careful that we get all the different aspects of it that we need to rewire these brains of ours. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that maybe somehow that was helpful for you. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.